Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest dawn of war unification casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today I've got two games for you. The first game being a 1 vs 1 on Tranquility's End. Play on the other side, as the Necrons, we've got Yazoo 55. Play on the other side, as the Tau Empire, we have got Grindan. Grindan will be opening with a couple of stealth suit teams, a Aircraft Builder, a Jetpack Research, and a Tau Barracks. Whereas Yazoo 55 is going to go for a fistful of Builder Scouts, a couple of Necron Warriors, a Necron Lord, and triple Plasma Generators. So a vanilla matchup in a unification world. I do quite like the opening for Grindan here. Rather than going for the Kroots to bash people in close combat, I'm going to go for the standard Tau Fire Warrior opening. As it makes sense, you know what I mean? Necron Warriors, they bash things in close combat relatively well. And the Necron Lord is also quite a pain. And also, when they die, they don't leave any floor lasagna for the Kroots to eat. So definitely, you want to see those guys bring out those pulse rifles and kill them at long range. Now for the Necrons, it's going to be quite... Would it be an uphill battle? I don't think it'd be an uphill battle. Yazoo 55 is a known and skilled player, and the Necrons basically require a fair bit of micro to take on the Tau if they go for their Fire Warrior opening. You need Necron Lord to jump on people and prevent them from firing, and you also need either Flayed Ones to chase the Tau Fire Warriors around, or you need the Wraiths. Now the Flayed Ones, easy, teleport them on top, and they chase after them slowly, and the Fire Warriors will inevitably be able to escape them because they are faster, but it requires a lot less micro. Or you can use the Wraiths, which will definitely be able to keep on top of the Fire Warriors, but you do need to make sure that you switch on the phase shifting ability every now and then to make sure they don't die straight away. As you're a singular target, and singular targets are exactly what the Fire Warriors like to fire at. We'll watch from the Tau perspective so we can see what the stealth suits are up to. And with the speed and swiftness of them, they are able to come over to the Necron side of things and cause some argy-bargy. The Builder Scavs won't be able to do much as they don't do any damage. Have you got a... Oh, for a second I thought it looked like a hand, like the Hand of Sauron then. No, there's no White Wizards in the Tau roster of the Fire Warriors, blasting apart the Builder Scarabs. And one thing that Tau can do with the Tau Commander, where is he? Ah, there he is. Bright and red, just as you like him. He's able to come over and hunt down these Builder Scarabs willy-nilly. Even with the Necron Warriors coming out, can't quite exactly catch him up. I suppose, yep, Necron Lord, and then a couple extra Necron Warriors as well. I mean, they are free, so why not? You'd normally only see 2, and then you build them up to maybe about 4 or 5 models, just to make them last a bit longer. Another thing as well that will cause the Flayed One side of things a bit of a problem is if Grindan is able to pop down a couple of those snare traps, because that will definitely absolutely slow them down quite considerably. I'd be doing some poking and prodding. Commander on the front lines to make sure that these guys have got an extra bit of vision. One guy inside the mountain doing some Tau cloaking nonsense, I imagine. Fire Warriors. Oh, sorry, not Fire Warriors. Necron Warriors. A couple of bits and bobs of shots. The Tau Commander. Relatively cheap at 35 green. It's not cheap in the grand scheme of things. You don't really want to be spending extra money on your Warriors where you can help it, but any money spent on the Warriors is delaying the tier 2, which is all good in the HUD. Necron Lord chasing around the Fire Warrior team, but we do have a extra one also been spawned. Got some Builder Scouts inside the base for whatever reason. We're planning to build up a Ghost turret of some description. Possibly, potentially. Necron Lord chasing him all the way back home. As the Tau Commander bobs and weaves between the Warriors on his side, flying all the way back inside the base. Necron Lord probably not feeling all that confident in going in on his own. They have managed to scare away the Tau from their side of the map, so they will be able to start breaking down this listening post and recapping it for themselves. At the moment, only really one kind of engagement going on. There's not that we sometimes see multiple fights going on across the map. No, it's just army to army, as it were. Post been chunked down as double Fire Warriors make their way on over, so the Necron Lord won't be able to tie up both squads on his own. And very quickly, will a small amount of Fire Warriors break down a whole squad of Necron Warriors. But about to get squad wipe, only one mod left in that unit. Necron Lord chases away the Tau Commander. Ah, there we go. So Yazoo 55 has committed to the Flayed Ones. As you can see, they come out of the ground, and by the time they're actually able to chase after people, the Tau are already out of there. So I mentioned that the micro for the Necrons is going to be quite important, but also actually the micro for the tower are going to be quite an important factor in winning these early game engagements. Flare have been active on the tower commander, although the Necron Lord seems to be able to resist that incoming morale damage. Flayed ones have no morale damage to speak of, as they are a bit bonkers, being locked in a stasis chamber for the best part of 50 million years. It's probably not done their brains all that well. Well, I think that was the old law. I'm not sure if that's how the flare virus was manifested or whether something's changed in the recent law. I don't know. Either way, they've been beautifully slowed down by the snare trap, bringing their movement down to a basic 0. Slow before, but they're even slower now and forced to teleport back home. We also have one squad of Fire Warriors being chased around by the Necron Lord. That's okay, they've got plenty more where they came from. Now 3 whole squads, forcing those Necron Warriors to all teleport back home. So very nice defense from Grindan here, spreading out those Fire Warriors as best he can. Sending one on a mission somewhere else. And Necron Lord, once again, unable to really contend with anything. Good economies, 98 and 40 with a fair bit of float, compared to 76 and 70. Do have the Forbidden Archive for Yazoo 55. I imagine it will be the standard Solar Pulse, etc., etc. for the Necron Lord. And he swapped out those flayed ones in preference for a Canoptic Wraith, which, like I said, definitely makes a lot more sense if he can keep his micro up. Keeping on top of that Tower Commander. And we are in Tier 2 for Grindan as well. Are we in Tier 2 for you? Yes, we are. So both players keeping on top of each other's tech. Flayed ones being used to break down the listing posts. Always quite risky upgrading this listing post into Tier 2. You want it to be Tier 2 so it can defend itself, but it's also the hardest of your listing post to defend. And we'll sometimes see it go down regardless of whether it's upgraded or not. Passing a Tetra Scout. Is able to do a marker like Thingamadoodad on a target, increasing its overall damage at range. Optic Wraith has been slowed down by a snare. But it is also... you're not phase shifted at the moment. Bit of a shame for you. Plenty of Necrons moving on this side here. And at the moment, all the Fire Warriors are being tied up by Wraiths. We've got an extra Wraith incoming just for good measure. John Cena Beam for the delaying and the disabling of ranged units. Also nice that he's put it on top of the listing post as well. I suppose that's the argument, isn't it? Like, okay, crew aren't very good against Necrons because there's no flawless on you for them to eat. But you can't solar pulse them. Mind you, oh, okay, I see. You're going to go for a Devilfish Troop Carrier, which will then allow you to pop your guys in and redeploy them elsewhere. Also gets them away from the Wraiths as well, which is very nice. Well, it's time to turn around and focus on the plasma generators. Listing post has gone down and will be decapped by the Wraiths. That's one additional bonus to these Wraiths as well. They're able to do a little bit extra economic harassment there. The Fire Warriors are opening fire. We're also seeing some stealth suits going about their business. So the Tau putting up a reasonable defense on their side of things. They're also doing a bit of economic damage. Well, not economic, but you know what I mean. They're reducing the build speed of the Necrons by destroying the obelisks. That's a nice use of the Piranha Skimmers. Very cheap vehicles. And without any immortals, the Necrons have got no choice but to really go back home. Necron Lord out on his own. And will be killed. Dear oh dear. Normally it's a false bill of goods chasing after the Necron Lord, as it's got 1,000,001 different ways of escaping combat, but if you're able to snag him outside of combat, then fair enough. Always a good get where you can. Now we've got the Immortals out, and the Immortals do so much damage to vehicles. The Tau vehicles are remarkably fragile anyway, but adding the fact that the Immortals are probably one of the most anti-vehicle damagey kind of units in the game. Very efficient at what they do. Can also be upgraded with the Tesla Carbine, which acts as like a quasi... Is it a quasi-shotgun, or is that the Ghost Reaper from the Necron Warriors? Either way, it's always useful. Elfish troop carrier surrounded by immortals is not feeling very confident about his survival odds, but so far there's no infiltration detection. So he's able just to stand there and have a grand old time. Necrons have a lot of infiltration detection in the form of their Builder Scabs and their Wraiths. Currently a Canoptic Wraith is being spawned forth, but they've been squad capped at the moment due to a lack of obelisks. No, you've got your maximum obelisks. Have you not? Oh, you've not finished this one yet. Okay. I've not finished this, I should be alright. Get another Wraith out. One squad of Immortals has been killed. The Tau Commander not daring to get his feet wet. There's the Wraiths. Now the Delphi Shriek has been spotted, and it just takes just a couple of shots from those Immortals to get it down. And this is now looking quite like a scary prospect for the Tau Empire. Wraiths to tie up the Immortals, Warriors to kill the infantry, Immortals to kill the tanks. But the Tau do have them a bit surrounded here. Fire coming in every which way. Also got the scouts. Do love the stealth. Oh, not scouts. The stealth teams looking at they were going to come in, tie up the Immortals in close combat, which would have been quite amazing. Necron Lord is back with a vengeance. Solar Pulse makes all these Tau. Oh, we've got some Tau breaches, but I mean, still can't use their shotguns when there's a Solar Pulse knocking around. Tau Commander taking up the attention of the majority of these Immortals, allowing the Troop Carrier and the Piranha Skimmer to do some damage. But the Necron Lord is now full health and has access to all of his artifact gubbins. We're very low on health, will be taken down potentially. I'm going to use that phase shift just to stay alive for a little bit longer. Clinging on to life. Tau Commander also 7 health. Dear oh dear. Talistan's going for a bit of a melee engagement. The Necron Lord. He's also phase shifting himself to keep himself alive. A nice choice on the breaches. If they can get close and personal, able to knock things back with their shotguns. But now the Necrons are in tier 2.5, and that's when they really start popping off. They've got the death marks, which will do serious damage to any kind of infantry. But can the Necrons win a firefight with the Tau? That's my question, boys and girls. On today's roster, the Immortals unable to contend with the Delphish Troop Carrier in close combat. Well, not close combat, in a close range firefight with the infiltration. Quite just ever so slightly out of range of that Solar Pulse, not been detected by anything. We've now got those flayed ones coming back for a second helping. They wanted this listing post down before, they managed to get it, and can they do it again? Got another squad of death marks sneaking on in, and that Tau Commander is dead. Where's the rest of the Tau fighting force? It's all behind the lines of the Necrons. Gonna go for some more vehicles. Also got the Advanced Pulse Rifle upgrade, which will tremendously upgrade the damage incoming for the Necrons. Necrons once again inside the base, breaking down plasma generators. That's just a significant amount of Necrons walking on in. We're able to take care of these troop carriers. Tau don't really have much choice here. And these death marks will absolutely mince their way through the Fire Warriors. Like I said, the Immortals taking on... Oh, what are you? We have a drone squad. Oh, that's cute. I like that. I mean, he'll die straight away, but that was a cool entrance. Very nice stuff. I mean, well, you are not cheap for what you are. 105 blue and 195 green. Yeah, definitely not the way forward there. I mean, it was a very stalwart defense, to be fair. I mean, you saw lots of micro from both the players, and the use of those Devilfish Troop Carriers to keep the Tau Fire Warriors nice and safe from the Canoptic Wraiths, Flayed Ones, and Necron Lord was quite decent. Well, just the Necrons being able to outrange the Tau, really. I mean, if they had something to be able to tie up the Death Marks and the Immortals, that would be something else. But I suppose, like, you need to build that group building or something else. But he almost had the right idea. The stealth suit teams, if they came in and started bashing these guys in close combat, that might have freed up or freed up even, if I could say the words right, the Tau to do some extra bits and bobs. So there we go. So that was game 1. Let's go on to game number 2. And here we are, rocking and ready for game number 2. It's on Blood River, and we've still got Grindan playing as the Tau Empire, but this time we are joined by Nazgul, who's playing as the Dark Eldar. So we've got a double Friday feature for Nazgul. We saw him last Friday in the Dark Eldar vs Eldar game. It seems to me that he's going to go for the exact same opening, the Dark Foundry, double plasma generators, and a couple of mandrakes. So potential to see a lot of jet bikes, or Reaver jet bikes even, if you want to use their full, proper Sunday name. Yeah, so we saw in that game just pure, unbridled Dark Eldar aggression. And, I mean, can the Tau really take on a whole bunch of Reaver jet bikes and mandrakes? It will depend entirely on how many jet bikes there are and if they're able to keep their Tau Fire Warriors away from those mandrakes. I mean, of course, these guys got no range capacity whatsoever. They like to slice and dice in close combat. And the Tau don't. They're diametrically opposed. They're the yin and yang of opening units here, really. I mean, the Tau do have the advantage of when they hit tier 2, their stealth suit teams can get their fusion blasters, which will absolutely destroy the Reaver jet bikes. So the jet bikes won't exactly tech up all that well as the game goes on. But I mean, it's a relatively short game. You know, we've got 2 short games here. So who knows? Maybe it won't come to that. Maybe it will. That is the cut and thrust of the games that we play. Tau Commander will be coming from the Kadra headquarters, which is a nice little upgrade for the Tau in Unification. As usually you've got to build them up in the Tau barracks, which then slows down any additional Fire Warriors that you want, but able to get them in your HQ, and that just lets you basically free up this little production building here for additional bits and bobs. Dark Foundry has been finished. Homunculus Laboratory will soon follow. That's when the Reavers will come out, but at the moment everyone just capturing their bits and bobs and their nearest and dearest as they go forth. Pardon me, a little bit of a king cough there. Should really drink more water in the middle of these casts, but too much action. Don't have time to drink. Tau Commander giving the Dark Eldar a bit of taste of their own medicine. Here's a bit of aggression for you. He's going to completely ignore these mandrakes. He's going to go hunting for a torture slave. 1 pulse blast on him, and he goes down. The first of the Reaver jet bikes. And 80 blue and 30 green, so cheap. You can just spam those boys out when you've got 2 plasma generators. He's got his target. There's not much else really for him to get unless he wants to stick around and kill another tortured slave. But no point wasting your health. Health is a major resource for your commanders in the early game, as it does take a while for it to regen. And want to save that for more significant engagements, really. Listing post has not been built, but it's been placed upon. And Grindan has not cancelled that, so losing 90 blue money there. Or requisition. I know some people complain. I don't say that word, but it's a lot of syllables, boys and girls. A lot of syllables for me to say. And when you've got a cracking stutter, like I have, it's just making my life easier. Either way, Fire Warriors, point blank refusing to move. Oh, there we go, they've moved a little bit. The mandrakes have been killed. Screeching morale damage been done on the Fire Warriors, but probably used a bit preemptive. Do like how both these listing posts have been upgraded, so if anyone decides to come in down this way or this way, the Tau Empire can use the negative cover to their advantage if they are able to. Reaver jet bikes unable to really push in, so they're going to get a decap on the relic for now. And it just seems that the Tau are just going to go for a massive Fire Warriors, which isn't a bad idea. Reaver jet bikes just constantly being added to their numbers, but to make sure that they're able to look around as the mandrakes start decapping the relic. No, you have capped it. Never mind me. You've done that. Stealth suit was trying to capture it again. The mandrakes on their own, unsupported, without Reaver jet bikes, have got no chance against these Fire Warriors. Got a cheeky snare trap on the northern side, as only 2 Reaver jet bikes come on over. There we go, there's the others. They're being popped in the middle of these both upgrade listing posts. Probably not where they want to be. The jet bikes are not known for their ability to take any kind of damage. Oh dear. The mandrake's been snared by that snare trap. 4 squad wipe there. And the Reaver jet bikes trying to focus on. And what are you focusing on? Is it the tower commander? Yes, it is. But in that negative cover, definitely want to work on your positioning. 1 jet bike goes down. And the tower have maximised their squad cap at the moment. They can't get any more until they get into tier 2. Current economy is 92 and 20 compared to 68 and 20. But the Dark Eldar do not need much in the way of a economy to keep their Reaver jet bikes on the go. Also got that Torch Slave collecting souls. So what, are you just planning to use your soul ability to break all the morale and then rout the Tau? Might be the plan. That might be the plan indeed. It's the only thing he's going to go for. It's got the mass. And this is probably the direction you want to be engaging in. There's no upgrade listing posts, and there's no negative cover. So you kind of want to just come over here and just stay on this side. Got all this economy that you can bash. But now he's going to come straight on forward. Threading their way through the tower base. They've seen the commander. Can they get him? Not quite. He's able to just jump out in the nick of time. Oh no, don't come over here, Nazgul. This is not an engagement you want to take. There's 4 Tower Fire Warrior teams. You want to maneuver across that negative cover. Yeah, okay, you can break through them, fair enough. You can get a squad wipe, but like, there's still so many Fire Warriors that need to break through. It would be much easier if you were just standing around killing all this stuff. Now I've got a squad of Hellions, but I don't know what that's going to do for you in the grand scheme. We've lost another Reaver jet bike. Going to come in for a second pass. As that Tau Command, I think the Tau Command, no, the Tau Commander's still down here. Been deaded now though. But so much lost for what little gain really. You've still got this amount of pulse rifles to take on. You are getting them homunculus though, and you are going into tier 2, so first when you get to tier 2, upgrade from the Homunculus Laboratory to massively increase the overall DPS. Also does force the tower to build up another Tau Commander if they want to. Tier 2 has been finished and they're going to go for the Advanced Pulse Rifle. Will massively increase their damage as before. Also has Fire Warrior Shasways. Just for sheer amount of ranged DPS. And do you have the Commander coming back online? No, you don't. Why are your stealth suits stealthing around? Not at the moment. You've got no stealth suits. They're all dead. They're all brown breaded. Also got the Torch Slave repairing the Reaver jet bikes. Very nice stuff. Always love to see vehicles being repaired. Not all of them will do, but we'll take it. Aliens jumping in and then jumping out. Shaking all about. That was not a happy situation for them. The Homunculus thinking the same. Nope, you can't get close to them now. Now they've got all their weapon upgrades. Physically getting near these guys will be a bit of a pain. You want to jump your Homunculus, not Homunculus, you want to jump your Hellions smack bang in the middle and then chase after them with the Reavers. Currently no ranged upgrade. Oh no, maybe you have. Maybe I've just missed that. And here come the Pathfinders to use their Marker Light ability and also increase the vision of the Tau. The stealth suits coming in, and they're also going to go for the fusion blasters as well. Yeah, this is a powerful ranged ball of death. I don't know how the Dark Eldar are going to contend with this. Got a second squad of Hellions. That's not a bad idea, actually. They could tie up 2 squads. That only leaves 1 to fire with. Then with the Reaver jet bikes, you focus on the 1 squad that's not being tied up.
3 minutes.
That's the idea.
Victory.
I've got a second squad has popped. We'll go for some more models in that unit, and I think that's what they're going to plan to do before engaging. So they do have one, oh bloody hell, one stealthy squad just chilling over here. Oh, they've also got a unit of Racks as well, or Racks even. So plenty of things to keep on the move. Just need to make sure that these Reavers really get some engagements in there. It's all going to come down to how well Nazgul can engage with. 1 Hellion jumps in, a second squad jumps in, and then these guys fly on forward. Dark Eldar using their global morale-breaking do-free doodad. He's got a couple of Piranha Skimmers in here for good measure. torture ramp to slow down the towers they walk around. Very nice stuff.
2 minutes.
Death and sadness everywhere for the Tau Empire. As the Racks kill and maim everything. But it seems that the Tau managed to hold the line. Reaver jetbikes have gone down. The Hellions have also been killed. Yeah, they were able to chase back a fair few bits of bobs. You know, that was probably the best possible engagement that Nazgul could have gone for. Everything that he could have done, he absolutely did to absolute perfection. It's just that there were too many Tau. Too many Tau, and you can't exactly do much against these Piranha Skimmers as they, well, you can't tie them up because the vehicles. So there we go, We've got Tau game where they lost, and Tau game where they won. So everyone who likes Tau, you can't complain at me this time. You're all happy and stuff, and all there we go. So yeah, so cheers to Yazoo55 for sending that first game in, and cheers everyone else for watching. And if you want to support the channel, have a look at the old Patreon. £1 a month gets you once a game a week, and there's also a Discord where Discord things happen. Links in the description as always. As been Mr. Landshark, pleasure's always never short, and I will see you in a bit. Peace.